Let me bring in Randa Fahmy Hudome. And Randa, I know that you were President George W. Bush's Associate Deputy Secretary of Energy. What's the concern here if we see Libya, which exports 1.8 million barrels of oil a day, if we see them stopping production?
Well, Contessa, the concern, I think, is expressed by the present Deputy Secretary of Energy, Dan Poneman, is that the world supply of oil will go down. Presently, as you mentioned, Libya is at about 1.8 million barrels a day in exporting, but primarily into markets into Europe and Asia. They do not, they supply very little oil here to the United States, but it is a world oil market. The concern is the geopolitical strife in OPEC, which is, in Libya, which is an OPEC member, will then affect the market as a whole.
Oh, and other OPEC members are seeing similar unrest, maybe not to the degree that Libya is seeing it, but certainly tensions are high, and there are questions about the stability of those oil-producing nations.
Yes, there are questions about some of those nations more so than others. That being said, as the Saudis have said today, they stepped up. They are the #1 producer and have the largest reserves in the world, that the market presently is well supplied. They are willing and able to step up and fill any shortages of petroleum in the world market today. They are able to do that. And as you know, Contessa, the economy the way it is, the demand is not as high as it should be right now. So the factors that are really driving the price up of oil right now really is geopolitical strife in the world, but particularly in Libya right now.
All right, Randa, thank you so much for adding your perspective to this. Again, we're watching a breaking news situation out of Libya at this point, that we know that there is violence happening. We know that there are members of the army, now soldiers, who have switched sides. They're siding with the protesters, and a lot of questions about whether Muammar Gaddafi